Hey guys, it's hashtag Ask Lauren. Okay, I got a question from FDRRS. I don't know how to say that, but that's their username. Okay, so the question is, what are your tips for being more confident and not caring so much about what others think of you? You often say you were once very shy, and I wonder how you developed to who you are now. I'll try to be quick, childhood story. I was very shy growing up. As a kid, I basically feared having to be around other kids and have to socialize with them. Like, you know, when you're forced to go to your parents' friend's house and then they're like, hey, aren't you excited to play with their kids? I was like, no, I'm not. I don't know. I wasn't drawn to that kind of thing. I was just very much more insular, inside. I was really, really shy. I had a couple of best friends, but I didn't have a lot of friends when I was in grade 1 and 2. I remember being really shy throughout grade school. They started forcing you to have to do public speaking, where you would have to stand up in front of the whole class and say a speech about something. I remember writing about a trip to my cottage or my aunt and how cool she was. Once I even remember making up a story because I thought it had to be entertaining and nothing in my life was exciting. So I just made up a whole story about a family vacation that didn't even happen. And that was my speech. But I remember either faking being sick so I didn't have to go to school and do it, or just actually feeling really sick and scared to have to do this public speaking. I hated it. I didn't want to answer questions in class. I had all these tricks for okay, if the teacher's asks a question and then if you don't put up your hand, they pick on you and they're like, what do you think? So I would always kind of put up my hand if other people were and then make it look like, it was just weird. I had all these weird tactics to try and make it look like I wasn't super shy and nervous, even though I was all the time. I just always felt just real real awkward. And I got bullied a lot from grade 1 onward in grade school. So once you're bullied in grade 1, when you're first starting school, you pretty much feel like you're not accepted and you're not part of anything and you're not cool and you're different for, this big laundry list of reasons. So why should I like myself, right? So that was basically my childhood. But in terms of being shy, that's kind of what I dealt with. And then, you can obviously tell I'm not really, I'm not shy now. And obviously I had a long career on television being in front of the camera. And so coming into my own and who I really am didn't really happen until high school. Once I was more accepted and I had a good group of friends and felt like I was, part of something. But then I've always also, as much as I felt like I was kind of part of something, I've always felt weird and different because everyone's always pointing out how different I am, whether it be my mixed race or how short I am or how dark my hair is, all these stupid things. So my whole life I've been told I'm not like you, so that kind of does something to you. And I'm sure a lot of you can relate to this. It does something to you where you go, I think you can take with it and use it as your power because it really is your power. So you can take all the things that people say you're not good enough for. Those are the things that make you special and unique, and you can run with those things and know that they make you special and unique and gain confidence and self-awareness from those things that others like to point out are different and weird. That's essentially what it is. It's you could listen to them and then feel bad for yourself and feel sorry for yourself and feel unaccepted and unloved. But I am telling you to take those things that everybody likes to point out about you that are different and use them because those are your strengths, and go, instead of down this dark path where those things are inhibitors, take those things and go where these things are your strengths and use them to your advantage. And so because everyone told me I was so different all my life, I was like, fine, then I'll be different. So, in high school, I didn't like what everybody else liked. I liked alternative music and I dressed a certain way and I dyed my hair and I was the first person to cut my hair short because I was into punk rock and rock music and I just wanted to look different. So it's if you say I'm different, then I'll keep being different. And I know now that I'm different and I'm unique. And then at some point in your life, it switches when you're a young adult where being different is actually a cool thing. So then everybody would point out the exact same reasons that I got bullied for, being half Japanese. Then that was getting pointed out to me a good thing. Oh, it's so cool that you're half Japanese. Why? Okay. Oh, it makes you so unique that you're half Japanese. Okay, so it's like I spent the whole first half of my life being told all of these things were awful, and I spent the second half of my life being told all of these things were amazing, which only goes to prove my point is that all of your differences and uniquenesses and things that people point out as weaknesses are actually your strengths, so you should use them to, carve out who you are and carve out your own unique purpose, because those are the things you were given for a reason. So if you're in the phase of people telling you that these things aren't good, just know that they are good and that you will be loved and adored for them at some point in your life. It's going to flip and you're going to look back and laugh at the whole thing. So that's kind of how I came to be self-accepting of who I am. It's just I got sick of hearing how I wasn't good enough, and I just flipped it in my own mind. So it really has to come from you. You can't expect acceptance from anybody else until you accept yourself. So, there was another question too, from somebody about this self-acceptance thing, about how it's easier said than done, but it's really not. It really is shutting out all of the outside noise and influence, because nobody knows anything. Nobody knows dick. You know everything you need to know for you and your path, and nobody else knows anything about that and has no right to tell you or try to tell you what to do, because it's not their life. So you just have to own it. You have to own who you are. You have to own your uniquenesses and your differences and your things that you might think are flaws, but they're not. And that's just how you come to love who you are and be more confident. Now, I'm not necessarily confident all the time, and yes, I still judge myself and I still compare myself to people to a degree, but I really try not to do that, because it's not worth my energy. It doesn't get me anywhere. It takes me into a pretty negative space. So do you want to feel good or do you want to feel bad? If you want to feel good, you want to think good things about yourself and not compare yourself to people. And so that's just kind of where I'm at now. I think it just comes with age too, It's like, it's great if you can work on these things now, if you're like a teenager or in your early 20s, and be really self-aware of them now, because it'll help you later. I feel like now that I'm in my 30s, I'm just realizing that life's so short and I don't have time to worry about everybody else. I don't care what anyone else is doing. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's just the simple answer. It's kind of hard to explain, but I think what was helpful to me too is that being shy forced me to just be with myself, be inside my head. And that created a lot of self-awareness, because I didn't really want to talk to anybody else or listen to anybody else telling me what to do. I just wanted to listen to myself. And that's how I connected with that sort of inner voice, or that higher self that I always talk about and refer to in my videos about meditation and manifestation. So by being quiet, it was by being shy and quiet, it was almost like I was meditating when I was alone in my room, not socializing, because all I had to tap into was this inner voice inside of me telling me and assuring me, and somewhere deep, deep inside me telling me that everything would be okay, that I could use these things that people don't like about me and use them to my advantage as I grew up. And that's what I did. You have all those same amazing, great qualities that other people might not appreciate or think are great qualities, but they really are. And you need to find and figure out what those things are for you, and know that they're your strengths and use them. And that's just really the simple, easy answer to it, because you came here equipped with everything that you need to succeed and everything you need to accomplish what it is you desire. So just know that you have all the tools. You don't need anything else. You don't need anyone else. You don't need anything else. You don't need a book, a car, a house, money. You don't need it. And whatever you do need will come to you. But all of the emotional tools and all of the mental things that you need to succeed and be strong, you have already. So yeah, you really only have yourself at the end of the day. So you might as well love yourself. You might as well believe in yourself. Don't abandon yourself, because you're all you got. So thank you for such an interesting question, and hopefully you guys found that interesting. And that was #AskLauren. Leave more questions in the comments below with the hashtag #AskLauren, because I can search the comments and find your question and I will answer them. And I've got a whole list piling up here, so I will get through them. But we do this every Friday. So subscribe if you like my channel, if you like watching these videos, and share them too with your friends. Tell other people about what's going on, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter @LaurenToyota. I'll see you guys Monday. Bye.